Welcome, grade fours. Today we're going to do living and non-living things. Welcome to my classroom. I am Sir Rudolph Mathumbu. I am a professional teacher. I hold a degree in education and I am SAYS registered. If you need revision with all CAPS aligned subjects, you are in the right place. Please subscribe for more revisions. If you need private tutoring, please contact me using the contact details provided in the description of this video. Okay, let's get into today's lesson. Let's go straight to the key question. The first question says, what does it mean to be alive? So we will learn what it means to be alive. Then what is a non-living thing and what does it mean to be a non-living thing? So we will learn what is it and what does it mean, the meaning of a non-living thing. A river seems to move. So is a river a living thing? River moves. If you look at the river, you can see that it looks like it is moving. So because of that, can we consider it a living thing? All right. Are the plants that I eat from Gogo's garden living or non-living? So the plants that you eat from the Gogo's garden, are they living or non-living? We're going to learn that. How can I tell if the bean seed from Gogo's garden are non-living or living? The bean seeds, are they living or non-living? A chicken egg seems to be non-living, but then it can hatch into a chicken. Is the egg living or non-living? We're going to learn that as well. All right. Living things. There are many different kinds of living things. It is easy to see when some things are living or non-living. It is a bit more tricky to decide with other things if they are living or non-living. Let's go to this activity. The activity says, what is living and what is non-living? Instructions. Look through the photos, then we will look at the photos and decide whether you think they are living or non-living. Put a tick next to the living things and a cross next to the non-living things. When you are done, discuss your choices with your class. Here are the pictures that we're supposed to go through. My apologies for the pictures. They are not clear, but I hope you can see something at least. These are flowers. These are flowers and plants. So it's flowers and plants. So they said that we should put a tick if we think it's a they said that we should put a tick if we think it is a living thing, and we should put a cross if we think it is a non-living thing. So flowers, I think flowers are living things. So we put a tick there. These are water and waves. So are water and waves living or non-living? I think they are non-living. All right, so we move. This is a zebra. Is a zebra a living or non-living? Obvious, it's living. Clouds in the sky. These are clouds in the sky. Are they living or non-living? Non-living. So here we have got chicken eggs in the nest, and this is a burning fire. Are chicken eggs living or non-living? They are living. Is a burning fire living or non-living? It's non-living. So this is a tropical fish. So this is a mold growing on a lemon. So this is a tropical fish. Is tropical fish living or non-living? It's living. So here they say this, what you see here is a mold, and this mold is growing on the lemon. So because it is growing, and it is one of the aspects of life, mold is a living thing. So let's go back and discuss my answers, because according to the instructions, they say when you are done, discuss your choices with your class. So I am going to discuss with you my answers here. I decided to say that the flowers are living because flowers, they eat, they grow, they move, they breathe, they sense. But I think water and waves are not living because as much as they move, they do not sense, they do not reproduce, they do not excrete. So there's a lot of things that living things does and they do not do. Right, we come to simple. A zebra eats, a zebra moves, a zebra breathes, a zebra reproduces, a zebra excretes. So it is a living thing. Skies, clouds. Clouds do not reproduce, they do not eat, they do not excrete, they do not sense, so they do not fulfill the 7 processes of life. We come to eggs. Eggs, they are containers, and inside there is a living embryo that breathes through there is an egg sac. An air sac, I meant to say. So an egg has an air sac. So it breathes, it can sense the heat, it can moves when it hatches, it moves out of the egg. So this is a living a thing. Fire, as much as fire uses oxygen, but it does not reproduce, it does not eat, it does not excrete. So fire is not a living thing. So when we look at a tropical fish breathes, a tropical fish reproduces, a tropical fish feels the heat, it can sense, a tropical fish excretes. So because of that, this is a living thing. This mold here, if you know what mold is, it is just unfortunate that our picture here is not in color. So, but if it was in color, you will see that this looks greenish while the lemon is orange. So this looks greenish, and they are like plants, or they behave like plants. They breathe, they reproduce, they eat, they excrete. So as a result, they are living things. It is not always easy to say if something is living or non-living. Many times things that look as if they are non-living can become alive again. Other things like a river or soil are non-living, but people say that soil is alive or talk of the living water. This is because there are so many living things that live in the soil or the water. This can be a bit confusing, don't you think? Look carefully at the living things in the photos. Can you see what is the same in all of them? Some things that they may all do. All right. Characteristics of living plants and animals. What are the characteristics of living plants and animals? Although living things may look different, they all carry out seven similar processes. We call these 7 life processes. So let's take a look at each of these processes. The first one is movement. So all living plants and animals move. They all move. So the first process that we look is movement. So we realize that the plants and animals, they all move. Humans and animals use their bodies to move. So they use their bodies to move from one place to another. Some plants tend towards light or water. So plants, they are able to turn towards a sunlight or water. Roots mostly grow downwards. So roots mostly grow downwards. So they move. The roots moves downwards. Many stems grow upwards. So the stem of the plant, they grow upwards. So we see movement in both plants and animals. They move. The first aspect, moving. So when we look at this picture, we see human moves all the time. These are athletes and they are running. So this is movement. They move. These athletes are running. They are moving. All right, we move to the second aspect. We said we have got 7 of them. So here, reproducing. So both plants and animals, they reproduce. All living things make offsprings. So what are offsprings? Offsprings are babies. Offsprings are seeds. Humans and animals have babies. So humans and animals, they have babies. Some new plants can grow from seeds. So if you have got the seeds, plants grow from seeds. Other plants grow from cuttings or shoots. So other plants, they grow from cutting, which means that you can cut a branch from a plant and you put it into the soil or water, it will grow. Some, they are just shootings, like for an example, potatoes. If you cut their shootings, and those shootings, they will grow into plants. So here we have got a picture. We see a father here, we see a mother here, and a baby. So this is an illustration of reproducing. So another aspect of a living process is sensing. So living things, they have got sensing. All living things respond to any change that they sense. So if they sense any change, they respond to it. When you are feeling cold, now this is what you are sensing. You are feeling cold. You will put on a jersey. So this is the response. You put on a jersey or a jacket. When it becomes winter, some animals hibernate. So when it is winter, some animals sense it that now it is winter and they go and hibernate. In autumn, the leaves on some trees change colors. So in autumn, now the leaves start sensing that the season has changed, and as a result, they change color. So they respond to what they feel. They respond to what they sense. When they sense that now it's autumn and the season has changed, they change colors. You can use an umbrella to protect yourself from rain or from the harsh sun on a hot day. So here you can sense the heat, and as a result you use an umbrella to protect yourself either from rain or from a harsh sun on a hot day. Reptiles like to lie and bask in the sun on cold winter's day. So reptiles, it can be lizards, snakes, they like to bask in the sun when they feel that it is cold. It's a cold winter's day. They bask in the sun. So they sense and respond. Respond to what they sense, or they respond to the change that they can sense. So this is supposed to be a picture, and again I apologize if you cannot see, because this is a chameleon here, a chameleon. And if you don't know what a chameleon is, you can just easily Google it and you will see what a chameleon looks like. But this in my picture is a chameleon. So this is a picture of a chameleon basking on the wall in the winter sun. So this chameleon is basking on the wall on a winter sun. So it is sensing the coldness and it is responding by basking on the sun or on the wall. So these leaves, so some of these leaves, they change because of the change of season. They respond. These leaves are turning brown. So these leaves, they turn brown because now they feel that autumn is here. They start turning brown. So they sense the change of a climate, or they sense the change of a season, and they change their color. So this is breathing. Breathing, all living things breathe. They breathe gases in and out. So all living things breathe. Plants breathe, animals breathe. Animals. Humans and animals use the gas oxygen from the air that they breathe in. They release or they give off the gas carbon dioxide when they breathe out. So humans and animals, they breathe in oxygen from the air that they breathe, and they give out carbon dioxide, or they release carbon dioxide when they breathe out. Plants as well, they take in gas, which is carbon dioxide, into their leaves. They use it to make food. So they use carbon dioxide to make food. They then release oxygen for animals and humans to use. They then release oxygen for animals and humans to use. So all living things breathe. Feeding. So feeding or eating. All living animals and plants need food. Food gives all living things the energy they need. Green plants can make their own food for energy in their leaves and stems. So green plants can make their own food for energy in their leaves and stems. Humans and animals eat plants to get energy. So this is supposed to be a picture of children eating. You see, this is eating from the plate and this one is eating from the plate. Excreting. What is excreting? Excreting is getting rid of waste product from your body. So you get rid of all waste product. All living animals and plants have to get rid of waste product. So they get rid of waste product. So it happens to both animals and plants. Humans and animals have to get rid of waste products from their bodies. There are special organs, so there are special organs in their body which helps to get rid of waste product such as the lungs, kidneys, and skin. Your kidneys take the waste out of your blood and produce urine. So when you urinate, you are excreting because those water that need to come out, they are now waste product. So you are excreting them. You're taking them out. Also, when you sweat, you are actually excreting waste product from your body. Even when you sweat, you are taking out what the body does not need anymore, what is waste. So you take it out from your skin. Plants get rid of waste product through the process of transpiration. So plants, they do the same. They get rid of their waste product, but they do it through the process of transpiration. So we have got a picture of a horse here. This horse seems to be very active. It is running and it has got a jockey on it. Do you see how shiny the horse looks? She is sweating from all that running. So they say the shining. Unfortunately, I apologize again. My pictures are not clear. So because of that, if they were clear, you will be able to see that the horse is shining, and that is because of the sweat. Right, then we come to growth. All living things grow. So they say all living things grow. Human and animal babies grow into adults. Human and animal babies grow into adults. Seedlings grow into full plants. So here is a picture of seedlings that are growing. So this is just a seed, and it has got a short root. But if you see as it continues, the root grows a bit longer, and now this one, it is longer. It grows and it gives off other roots as well, and then this grows longer, and it increases the number of other roots. And now we see the stem it comes out of the soil. The stem comes out of the soil, and then now here the stem is outside and is growing upward, and the roots as well, they continue to grow downwards. So all animal things, they grow. Animal grows, they are from babies and they become adults, and seedlings grow from being seeds and they become plants. So all 7 of the life processes must happen for something to be living. So they say all the 7 processes that we have learned about today must happen for something to be considered a living thing. If something does not carry out all 7 life processes, then it is non-living. For an example, if you think of a river, you may think it moves and grows, but a river does not sense or feed or excrete or breathe or reproduce. So it is a non-living thing. Let's go to the activity, understanding the 7 life processes. So here we understand the 7 life processes. The reason for doing this activity is to help you understand the 7 life processes. Instructions: look carefully at each photo. Next to each of the 7 processes, make a tick if it applies to the object in the photo. If a life process does not apply to the object in the photo, make a cross next to the life process. Decide whether the object is living or non-living, and write your answer in the last column. The first one is done to show you what to do. So let us look at the first one, and they say this is done for you. What do we see here? We see children. Do they move? And yes. Do they reproduce? Yes. Do they sense? Yes. Do they feed? Yes. Do they breathe? Yes. Do they excrete? Yes. Do they grow? Yes. So because they have fulfilled all these processes, they are considered to be living. So, okay, let us look at this object. It is an aeroplane. So let us look at the processes. aeroplane. Does it move? Yes, it does. Does it reproduce? No, it doesn't. Does it sense? No, it doesn't. Does it feed? All right, maybe it feeds on petrol or diesel. Does it breathe? No, it doesn't. Does it excrete? No, it doesn't. Does it grow? No, it doesn't. So because they do not fulfill all the processes, we say it is a non-living thing. So this is a fish in the sea. Let us look at the process. Do they move? Yes, they do. Do they reproduce? Yes, they do. Do they sense? Yes. Do they feed? Yes. Do they breathe? Yes. Do they excrete? Yes. Do they grow? Yes. So because they fulfill all the 7 processes of life, they are considered to be living. So this is a plant. Then let's check it. Can a plant move? Yes. The root grows downwards and the stem grows upwards. So they move. Do they reproduce? Yes, they do. Do they sense? Yes. We said that when they sense that a season has changed, they change the color of their leaves. Do they feed? Yes. Do they breathe? Yes. Do they excrete? Yes. Do they grow? Yes. They have fulfilled all the processes of life. We say they are living. So here, this is a bouncing ball. Let's check if it is a living thing or a non-living thing. Does it move? Yes, a ball can move. Does it reproduce? A ball cannot reproduce. Does it sense? A ball cannot sense. Does it feed? A ball cannot eat. Does it breathe? A ball doesn't breathe. Does it excrete? It doesn't. Does it grow? No. So as a result, it is a non-living thing. It's a non-living thing. So we go to the last one, and these are eggs. These are eggs in the nest, the chicken eggs. So do they move? Yes, remember that an egg has got a living embryo in it. An egg is considered a container of what is living in it. And a container, so does it move? Yes, it moves. When it hatches, it breaks out of the egg. So it moves. Does it reproduce? Yes, it reproduces. Does it sense? Yes, an egg can sense a heat or cold. Does it feed? Yes, an egg eats from the egg yolk. Does it breathe? Yes, an egg breathes the oxygen that is in the air sac. So an egg has got an air sac, so it breathes from it. Does it excrete? Yes, it does. Does it grow? Yes, it grows out. So an egg is considered a living thing. So if you didn't see, I've just realized that my camera was not showing the egg that I have drawn here. So if you didn't see it, you can see here. This is the egg sac. This is the egg yolk. So this, it has got oxygen to breathe, and the egg yolk has got food for the egg to eat. Yes, some things seems to be non-living for a very long time. They wait until they sense the right conditions to revive again. This means that they have to wait for something special to happen before they can revive and show the characteristics of living things. We say they need the right conditions to revive and show the 7 life processes. Look at the pictures below of seeds which seems to be non-living. So these are the pictures, the seeds from a coral tree. So these are seeds from coral tree. So when you look at them, they seem to be non-living. Sunflower seeds. So these are sunflower seeds. Have you ever eaten sunflower seeds? So when you look at them, they seem like they are non-living. Questions. Why do seeds seem to be non-living, and how can we show that they are living? So seeds, they seem like they are non-living, and that is because they don't seem to be moving. They don't seem like they breathe. They don't seem like they sense, but they don't. We say the seeds are in a dormant state until they are given water, warmth, air, light, and soil to germinate and start growing. There are other things too, which seems to be non-living, but if they are given the right conditions, then they can revive and carry on living. So this is a picture of a dove keeping her eggs warm to hatch. Fertilized eggs need to be kept warm or they will not hatch. This is why a mother bird will start sitting on her eggs to keep them warm when she has laid all of them. Yeast can cause bread dough or cake batter to raise. Yeast needs warmth to come alive and start raising the bread. Some people buy dry yeast for their baking. Dry yeast needs moisture, heat, and sugar to start working. That is why you will see bakers place their dough in a warm place near the stove, for example, to get it to rise. Okay, let's do this activity. Can I revive living things that seems to be non-living? Materials, what do you need? You need photos of eggs hatching. Instructions. Look at these photos carefully. So you look at these photos carefully. These are chicken eggs hatching. These are frog eggs about to hatch. These are tadpoles. So these are shark eggs. These are snake eggs hatching. So they say study the photo of the bird sitting on her nest. Can you explain why she needs to sit on her eggs? So the eggs needs warmth to hatch. So this is the answer. The eggs, they need warmth to hatch. So as she sits on top of them, they start feel the warmth and they will eventually hatch. Farmers often do not let the mother chicken sit on their eggs. Instead, they put the eggs in something called an incubator, as you see in the picture above of the chicken eggs hatching. What does the incubator provide to the eggs? So remember that we said the mother chicken sits on the eggs to give them warmth. But now they say the farmers do not let the mother chicken to sit on their eggs. Instead, they use incubator. So incubator provides heat, or incubator provides the warmth that helps the eggs to hatch. So incubator provide the warmth. A snake normally lays her eggs in a nest. Why does she not have to lie on top of them to hatch them? So snakes are cold-blooded animals. So they do not generate heat. They do not generate heat. So as a result, even if they sit on top of the eggs, they won't hatch. But the sun gives the eggs heat. So they get the heat or the warmth from the sun. Have you ever caught tadpoles or kept silkworms in a box? Maybe someone in your class has some that they can bring to the school. In what season can you normally find little tadpoles or silkworms, and why? So silkworms are mostly found in the spring season. So silky worms are typically found in the spring season. So silky worms are typically found in the spring season to early summer. The reason is that the adult animals lay eggs. They lay eggs in this season because they need warmth. They need warmth from the sun. Thanks for watching this video up until this point. It shows that you are serious about your education. Remember, if you want to learn something, repetition is the mother of all learning. So it is very important that you keep on repeating this video until you grasp all the concepts that I explained here. If you feel that there are some things that I didn't cover in this video, please do not hesitate to put it in the comment section.